Hey YouTube. I am up late doing this reading because I just got done going down the rabbit hole of this whole New Jersey thing. And so I was going to do a reading anyways in my personal life, but I was like, you know what? I might as well record it and just post it on the channel and see what happens. Maybe you guys will care about this, maybe you don't. But I'm so curious what's going on with this whole thing, with this whole New Jersey balls of light in the sky, drones flying around. Not even just New Jersey. You know, the drones have spread out across the US and other parts of the world they're even talking about. So something's going on. So I'll see if I get anything. I've never recorded a video like this. I have delved into topics like this before, but I've never recorded a video about it. So we'll just see what comes out. Okay. So what are these things in New Jersey? What are these things in New Jersey? So we're going to look into aliens. These are the theories that I've seen. Aliens, plasmoids, and orbs. So let's see. I don't feel like it's any of those things. I don't feel like it's either three of those things. Let me see. Okay, let's look at aliens. Now, do I think aliens fly around in the sky? Yes. I think aliens are also observing whatever's happening or whatever that is, whatever's going on. I feel like they are observing it as well, but I don't feel like they're the cause of it. And I don't feel like aliens at this point in time, I don't feel like they would be so flashy. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. I feel like they are observing this from a distance. But I don't see aliens having any, the aliens are not the cause of this. Let's move on to plasmoids. We'll touch back on aliens, but let's look at plasmoids. No. Do I think it's another type of energy or something like that? Do I think it has something to do with something possibly similar? Yes. With the Wheel of Fortune here. But Two of Cups in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, King of Wands in reverse. This is giving me the energy of there may be something very similar to plasmoids, or whatever it's called. I've been seeing it on TikTok, like plasmoids or plasma energy. It's something similar to that. Possibly something that we created and it got loose. We meaning humans. If anything, that's what I'm seeing here. I don't feel like it's something that was naturally occurring. I feel like it could have been, let me get another card. I feel like it's something that got out of hand. At one point it was, it's almost giving like experiment or something. I don't know why I'm getting in my mind's eye like something seeping. Like something seeping. I feel like I'm not seeing that it's like naturally occurring. I have to sneeze. Jeez. Okay. I don't see that whatever it is would have occurred naturally. It's almost like people were manipulating something. I'm not trying to be a conspiracist or anything like that, but that's what I'm seeing here. Almost like an experimentation or like something that was being documented or studied. I feel like something that was being studied was mishandled. Possibly dismantled. I'm getting like manipulation of the natural state of something. But it got like, I'm trying to choose my words wisely here. I'm seeing like something that got loose. I can't think of a better way to put that. It's almost like something was being contained, almost like I'm getting in my mind's eye, you know, like on shows when they conduct like these experiments and they think that they have this matter or, you know, this species or whatever contained, but it ends up like it's mishandled somehow, or they underestimated a certain aspect of the compound. I don't know. I don't know much about this stuff, but that's what I'm seeing. Like in my mind's eye, I can see it. It's almost like an experiment gone wrong. But I feel like it was mismanaged as well. So, and that's under the plasmoids thing. But I don't feel like it's the natural state of plasma. It's like it was being, because there's hands here. If you look at these cards, there's all kinds of people here. You know, I feel like this is the material. 2 of Cups in reverse. You know, it was working well in its natural state, but I feel like it was manipulated, almost like if you separated atoms or, you know, neutrons or whatever, you know, some type of matter. And then you have all these people here. Page of Pentacles in reverse. That could be about somebody studying something, right? Page of Pentacles in the upright would be like a student or someone who's observing something, studying something. Then you have a King of Pentacles in reverse. This can be a greedy or selfish person. Similar with the King of Wands here. That's also someone who can be reckless and mismanage things. There's a lot of people here. And it almost feels like they underestimated the matter they were dealing with. So maybe if they were under the impression that like, I don't know much about like science to, you know, speak on it, but like say if these people had an impression that a certain type of matter couldn't, you know, if it was frozen, it wouldn't evaporate into the air or something, when that was not the case at all. You know, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like something getting away. Something, it's like they didn't realize this aspect of the material. Something was underestimated. But it's not plasmoids, but it must be something similar enough that it's showing up under this column. So it has something to do with matter. But it was manipulated by humans. I sound like a conspiracy theorist. All right, let's move on to orbs. Now, again, I don't see that it's orbs, but it's something similar, like having the appearance of, you know, when you're looking at it, it may look as though it's an orb, but it's not. It's giving like some human manipulated, some scientists in a lab were messing with something and manipulated a compound with the Two of Cups in reverse and underestimated the containment, or like the makeup of the compound that they now created. That's what it's giving. And I feel like the aliens are watching it. That's why I got the aliens. You know, the aliens always watching us touch something. They're probably looking at us like, why are they always touching something? They always trying to. I guess that's what we're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to evolve. But I feel like the aliens, if anything, they're keeping an eye on us. They may be slowly approaching us or slowly divulging information. That would be another rabbit hole, right? Like they're watching us from afar, taking their time on approaching us. I feel like they're watching the situation, but I don't feel like aliens had anything to do with it. It was us. Well, not us, but humans that manipulated a certain type of matter or material and then mishandled it. Yeah, it was shocking. They underestimated something about this compound or whatever that they were messing with. That's what I'm getting here. They didn't expect it to do whatever it did. I mean, even look at the card. Look at the light. You see the light? You know, like the energy in the sky. See how they're shooting up in the corner of the card? It's like they didn't expect whatever they were experimenting with to react the way that it reacted. It's like almost like I'm just getting they underestimated it. Maybe It was underestimated. I don't know. I don't know science. I can read some cards though. Again, with the Sun card under Orbs, I feel like it may look, now in this photo, it's, you know, people enjoying time together. And that would be about happiness and stuff. But what I'm feeling with the Sun card is it's more like having the appearance of with the other orb cards. I feel like it has the appearance of an orb, but it's not an orb. It's something else. It's something human manipulated. All right, moving on. Now tell me about the drones. Are the drones government drones, military drones, CIA drones? Do the drones have to do with the government? Absolutely. They're trying to figure out what to do about it. They're trying to figure out what to do about it. What direction to take with this? What do we do with this? Empress card. I don't know about that. I'm going to pull on the Empress card because the Empress card to me could be them observing the issue growing. They could view this issue as a growing issue. And so they're observing it and trying to figure out what they're going to do about it. What action are they going to take? How are we going to go about this? How are we going to handle this? This is new, right? Page of Wands is a new adventure, right? So this is something this is new territory to them, and it's growing with the Empress card. If you look at this Empress card too, she has worry on her face. I'm going to show you. See it? Hopefully you guys can see the worry on this Empress's face. Unprepared even. If you see her shoe is off. And it's like Alice is trying to hurry up and get her ready. I'm going to show you. You see her shoe is off. She's unprepared. It's almost like something taking off and you're unprepared. Like there's a need to act, but you're unprepared. That's what I see happening here. Some people were in a lab playing around with stuff and underestimated how this thing would react or respond or how it would maneuver. That is definitely what I'm getting here with all of these people in reverse. And now that it's almost like they're chasing it. Yep. Oops. I do see that there's also civilian drones in the sky as well. A lot of them. Because they want answers. They want the truth and they want to be able to give people the truth. So I definitely see there's an excess of civilian drones in the sky as well, but it's all because they want answers. With the Ace of Swords there, people just want answers. Now, the influx of civilian drones in the sky does not take away from the fact that those main big old drones in the sky that they didn't tell us that they had, apparently, right? And that makes a lot of sense because when I was going down my little rabbit hole, which I didn't see anything about, you know, everything that I'm seeing here. It was just a lot of random different theories. But I thought, I have never seen a commercial drone that people can buy that's the size of a truck. I've never heard of that, ever. So for them to say those are civilian drones, where can you buy a civilian drone that's the size of an SUV? I ain't never seen it. But I digress. That's what I see here. That's their drones because the problem is growing and they're trying to figure out how they're going to take action. Why are they keeping it a secret from us? Why are they not telling us? Probably because they don't want us to try to play with it. You know, humans are so curious, just like the people who originally were playing with the matter or material or energy or whatever it was. Civilians would probably get curious too. But why are they keeping it from us? Well, they're definitely keeping it from us. So they know exactly, which I already saw. I mean, that's their drones. You know, they know about the science experiments or whatever was going on with the matter. But they're definitely keeping it from us. Absolutely. Closed lip, tight lipped. But why? I feel like this may have something to do with the stars. I don't know what type of experiment they were conducting. I mean, because I have the star card that could literally be a star, right? I don't know necessarily what experiments they would have been doing on things. This also speaks to desire. Feel like it's the responsible thing to do because otherwise people might desire to want to get closer to the matter, which is what I was feeling as well. But you see how she's down there touching stuff. This is about hopes, desires, wishes. I feel like they keep it from us because they want to keep the issue contained and they feel like people would have a desire to play with it. They're probably just waiting for things to die down. I mean, what would happen if we interacted with this material? If people interacted with this material, what would happen? Strength card. Interesting. Tell me more about the strength card. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, that could also speak to, because my first thought was, would it make us stronger? But I feel like more so what this is speaking to is they would have to hold us back, detain us. So if everybody wanted to go up there and touch it and play with it or try to interact with us, they would have a difficult time holding us back with the Strength card and the Knight of Swords. It could become a really big obstacle to detain us. They don't know how they would detain us as far as, you know, keeping us from messing with it. So they feel like the responsible thing to do, the most constructive thing to do, is to just keep it from us. Yeah, they're waiting for it to die down. With the Ace of Wands in reverse, that's a false start. So that it's almost like we're all riled up and they're just waiting for it to die back down. But if they told us what was actually going on, they would be burdened with the fact that they would have to hold us back from trying to interact with it. Okay, great, Spirit. But I want to know what would actually happen to people if they were to make contact with whatever the material was. If they were to make contact. Huh? Y'all, look at this. It's giving that you could. I mean, look at this. Is this not a black hole? Hello? Four of Wands in reverse could be about moving homes. Is this a black hole? It's not black though. Four of Wands in reverse can be about moving. With the Fool card, it's taking a leap. Starting something new. Starting down a new path. Does this take you to a different place? I didn't think of that when I was looking at the videos. It doesn't look like a black hole, but that's what I'm seeing here. Is that what that energy is being intended for? It's almost like you can travel. I didn't get the Chariot card. Let me pull some more cards. Full card to the Four of Wands in reverse. It's like starting new, starting fresh. Moving. It's giving like alternate universes or something. I'm being honest with you. That's what I see. Give me some more on this. What in the world? What in the world they were in that laboratory messing with? What in the world? And you can get stuck. This is also about holding back, but I asked what would happen if we were to make contact with the material. You could get stuck. Look at the mouse in the teapot. This is crazy. I didn't expect this. This is crazy. This is also giving me possibly that they don't quite know what would happen. They haven't gotten that far yet. With the Four of Pentacles, it's about having more, right? You have this one, but there's more. So it's like they may have only gotten to experiment so far with this, so they don't actually know what would happen yet. Because the Fool card too could be about, you know, starting something new, but you don't necessarily have all the answers or have all the information. You're just kind of leaping into something. And with the Four of Wands in reverse, it's like they know something could happen, something could change. Like they know something would happen. But with the Fool card to the Four of Pentacles, they may not know because they never got that far with studying this material. So they don't quite know exactly what would happen if it's interacted with, if it's played with, if people are, you know, like they may not quite know. But I'm also getting that it could be possible that, you know, maybe the experiments they were doing with this energy or this material had something to do with black holes and things like that. Well, let me just ask, did these experiments have anything to do with black holes and things of the sort? Yes. I feel like the experiments were failing. Like they were working on getting the kinks out. But I feel like, side note, there may have been a previous team that was working on this material and they kind of exhausted themselves of it, whatever work they were doing with this material. So I feel like it would possibly was passed over to another team who was working on it with the Three of Pentacles. Then I have the Four of Swords before that. Well, the camera's reversed, so I got to reverse them. The Four of Swords. In between that, I got the Justice in reverse and the Devil card. So it's almost like they were banging their heads against the wall, trying to get this just right. And they weren't getting it right. And so I feel like it was possibly given to another team to work on. And another team was working on it. I'll have to look into what plasmoids are more, because this is all showing up under the plasmoid column, but it's not plasmoids. Yeah, we got the Five of Wands in reverse. There might be a few different groups who have worked on material like this, similar to this, or exactly the same as this. Like there's labs or whatever, different department, you know, different sectors who are working on things like this. I'm I'm almost getting that like it's on the verge of some sort of new technology. And so everyone's racing to like get it just right first. So maybe there was a sense of rushing something. And that's why, you know, it was underestimated because they didn't have all of the facts when it came to this material on how to contain it. Or how it's almost like they mixed, you know, they manipulated some things and now they're working with this new type of, I don't even know what to call it. Is it an energy, a material? I don't know, this new substance. But they don't know all the ins and out of this new substance. And now they feel like they got to get it back. This is giving it an experiment that went wrong or studies that went wrong. It's like, we need to fix this. We need to get it back. We lost it. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. 6 of Swords in reverse. Like, we lost it. We got to go back and get it. We lost it. We need to recover it. We need to go back and get it. I'm telling y'all, that's what I see. That is what I see. And I feel like the aliens are just watching. They like, we didn't do it. We watching though. You know? Give me more on the aliens though, because why they show up as the Knight of Pentacles? In this situation. As Knight of Pentacles is almost given, you know how like when you're in school and you're asking your teacher, like you're taking a test or something, or you're doing your classwork and you're like, teacher, I need help with number 6. And so your teacher comes over, but she doesn't just give you the answer. You know, she's like, okay, like you got to work this out for yourself. So if Johnny has 6 apples and you take 2 of them away, how many apples are left? You got it. Count with your fingers. Like, that's what it's giving. Like, when it comes down to it, will they show up and, you know, possibly give the information that's needed or assist? Yes. Do they already have it? The information needed on how to deal with, you know, these blobs in the air? Yes. But they're not rushing to our school table to help us figure it out. They're like, oh, with the 3 of Wands, they're over there like, I'm going to just watch from here. I'm going to just wait. 3 of Wands to the Knight of Pentacles. It's like they're sitting there like, no, chill. Don't push any buttons. Let's just watch and see what they do with it. Let's see if they can figure it out. That's what it's giving. With the Knight of Pentacles to the 3 of Wands. All right. So maybe a few of those things in the air were alien, spacecrafts as well. It's 3 things going on in the sky. Because I see the aliens looking and watching, like they're watching. They're aware of what's happening and they're watching. Aliens, extraterrestrial, you know, whatever you want to call them. It's like they're watching, but they're also like, I'm going to keep my hands right here. We just going to watch. Let's see what they do. Let's watch and see what they do. At the end of the day, if it's an extreme situation, you know, like something like, you know how they say the nuclear bombs, the aliens start to try to disarm the nukes and stuff, and when we're trying to set off nuclear bombs. So it's like, if it comes down to it, will they try to intervene? Yes. But for the most part, in this situation especially, they're just watching from afar, seeing what we do. All right. I'm just going to look real quick because this wasn't supposed to be a solely alien. Yeah, 5 of Swords. Win by any cost for the aliens. Because I wanted to look into why the aliens are just kind of looking and watching us. And they're like, well, if we need to. But see, it's like, by any means necessary. If it was something like radioactive or something that was going to completely destroy the planet, they would definitely try to intervene. But in this case, it's not aliens. The aliens are just watching us. Yeah, they're just watching us trying to fix it. This is not an alien read, so I'm not going to get too much into this. But I'm also seeing like, it's like they would communicate, but they're almost like, what would be in it for us? Maybe the aliens feel like they have a lot to give us, but we don't give them much. Almost like they're trying to still get over something that we've already done. We may not even know about this as the general public. It's almost like, remember what happened last time? We could say something, but what would be in it for us? So instead, they're just watching us. That's how they feel in regards to this. So that's what I have.